Thank you, sir. And I am the donut guy, too.
That's true.
It didn't actually dawn on me until you start mentioning all my health background stuff and how ironic is I opened donut shops.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. What?
donuts, the ultimate health food.
But yeah, hey, I just want to thank you all for coming. I understand. I was in your shoes. I was a small business owner. I owned small donut coffee shops in the Northern Virginia area. And I know how hard it is to, sweat payroll and to sweat every penny. So I hope that what we provide here for you is some useful information that you can take back to your business and not be so scared about this stuff. So thank you all for coming. I'm going to talk about content. James talked about how important it is for you to be found online. Well, how do you do that? It's your content. And it's no longer what you're putting on your website anymore. Right? It's not just the information that you have on your website. It's things like reviews. It's things like what's on your Facebook page. Are you using Twitter? Right? It's also how does your content look on, as we like to say, these mobile devices. Are people able to consume your content easily on these mobile devices? But I want to talk about one area where small business owners really don't think about in terms of content, and that's user-generated content. That's this right here, the reviews. And this is very important to think about, okay? We like to call it reputation. Basically, it is what are people saying about your business? Do you know what they're saying about your business? Are you actively managing what they're saying about your business? And are you actively asking for good reviews? Are you controlling what people are saying about your business? So, we talk to people all the time about reputation management, and businesses are fearful about this. They're like, oh my God, I don't want to be in Yelp. If I'm in Yelp, I'm going to get bad reviews and people are going to say bad things about me. Hey, I'll tell you this. Hey, I ran donut shops. People were always complaining here and there about one thing or the other, but I would always deal with the complaint. Oh, you have cold donuts? Well, come back in. We'll make you a whole fresh dozen, okay? Oh, you couldn't, I'll deliver these donuts to you. I would fix that problem. It's no different than with Yelp or any other reputation site. If somebody blasts you or blows you up on Yelp, the best thing you can do is address that issue. Because me as a Yelp user, I'm not going to assume that you're going to have 100% five-star reviews, okay? But I am going to see how you respond to people who are unhappy with your product or service. And if you show me that you care, that shows that you're human and I'm more likely to come to your establishment. We talk about content, the different types of content. It's no longer just black and white text words, okay? It's photos, it's video. Did you know that on Facebook, if you post a photo on Facebook, you get 120% more engagement than just a straight text post. In addition to that, if you post a photo gallery on Facebook, it's 140% more engagement than a text post. Here in this case, our friends at Anderson and Shapiro, they posted a gallery. People like to look at these things. It's engaging. They want to click through those photos. Here's another example. Dr. Shapiro wanted to thank people who just recently liked his Facebook page. So he wanted to issue a thank you. Rather than just writing, hey everyone, thank you for liking my page, I really appreciate you coming, he actually filmed a 1-minute video, which was very, very engaging because Dr. Shapiro is an engaging guy. And we were doing one of these events and Dr. Shapiro was there and many people came up to him and said, hey, I saw you on Facebook. Video. He engaged with his community in a different way, a novel way using...
But that was really hard for him to do, right? He had to get one of these fancy cameras.
Oh, yeah, you know what? This is what he used. He had his office manager use this because it doesn't have to be super slick. It doesn't have to be like these... I'm going to look great on HD with that.
I'm going to look terrible.
But, it doesn't have to be that slick. It can be this, okay? So when you are taking photos, those photos there, we're taking with this. We don't have Shondel's super camera. We have this. So once you have great content, you need to distribute that content. And here are some ways that you can distribute content. We have our general, look at that, Facebook, there's Twitter, that's social media. James talked about distributing via social media. And why would you do that? Why distribute on social media? Well, I think it's because people use social media. You have 1.6 billion people on Facebook. 900 million of those people are using Facebook every single day. I'll tell you a story. James kind of alluded to it with my mom. One day I go to see my mom, and, hey, Mom, how's it going? She says, Troy Parkins.
She really talks like that.
She actually does sound like that. She says, Troy Parkins. And it's like very, whoa, what happened? She said, I need to get on the Twitters. And I'm like, the Twitters? Oh, you want to get on Twitter? Yes, Troy Parkins. So she's a big Fox News fan, right? So I said, why do you want to get on Twitter? Well, Troy Parkins, Fox and Friends, my favorite show. They tell me when they're off the air, I can go on the Twitters and see what they're doing. Well, okay. Wow. It's exactly what Kevin was just saying. When they go off the air, they're promoting, hey, guess what? We're going to still talk to you throughout the news cycle. So she followed Fox and Friends. I set up a Twitter handle for her. My 80-year-old mom has a Twitter account. She's on social media. So if she's on it, there's a lot of other people on it too. She follows all her Fox News friends and him, ironically enough.
Bad news.
She follows you, but she doesn't follow me, so I don't know. But anyway, I'm illustrating the point that people use it, so why not distribute your content with social media? Here, there's a couple other icons I have up here that also small businesses don't think about. So I'm going to give you a quiz. What do you think? Okay, I'm going to start you off by this. Google is the biggest search engine in the world. What do you think is the second biggest search engine in the world? And there's a hint on that screen. YouTube, yes. YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world. And guess who owns YouTube? Google. Google loves Google. That's why. There you go, right? If you're on YouTube, the videos that Google's going to serve, boom, you're going to get lots of distribution of your video content. Dr. Shapiro's brilliant. He's putting his videos out there. He didn't just put it on Facebook. He also put it in his YouTube channel. What about this up here? Wow, that's email. You know, people say these days, these kids, these millennials, they're not using email. They're only direct messaging with Facebook, or, you know, they're on the Twitters or that Snapchat, right? I mean, well, come on. They don't talk anymore with email. They're always Snapchatting each other. Well, guess what? What is the first thing that college kid, that millennial, is going to do when they get into the job world? They're likely going to get their resume, and what are they going to put at the top of their resume, even if they don't have one? Email address, right? They're going to create an email address even if they don't have one, because that's how, I know, at least my employers, you know, I would contact you via...
You give me a resume with a Snapchat handle on it, you're not coming to work for me.
Yeah, exactly. And we're digital.
And this is what we do.
So that being said, email is still very important. And you mentioned the demographic, 18 to 99-year-olds. Everybody's opening their email. So it's a very, very important thing to consider. You all might collect email addresses from your customers. What do you do with those emails? Do you do anything with them? Are you marketing to them? Right? Those are leads. They want to hear from you. So I would encourage you to think about email. And look, no printing or shipping. It's excellent. So once you do great content, you could drive qualified traffic.